been quite a run, hasn't it?
It's been a long year. Obviously not the way we wanted it to end, but we battled. Key characteristic of this team in this city is the resiliency we showed each and every week. And was it easy this year? No, nothing came easy to us. It seemed like we had a battle for each and every yard we earned as an offense, and we got a lot to improve on, a lot to learn from, and we'll come back, attack the offseason, and be better for next year.
What did you learn about yourself going through the season, from the highs of winning the Super Bowl to having the record-setting campaign to helping the Eagles get to the divisional round after it could have been lost after that 4-6 start?
Yeah, I think just being a leader of this team, always kind of maintaining a positive outlook, and coming up with a routine this year that really helped me able to play physically, probably the healthiest I've been during a season, sticking to that routine. Year 6, so I've experimented a lot with different routines, but finally coming up with one I feel like that is truly tested and has worked for me and showed that it's helped me all year. And so just going to be able to stick to that routine going forward and continue to improve. I mean, there are definitely things I can improve on from this year, and I'm going to attack this offseason just like I always do. Never going to be satisfied with how a season went. Always going to be things I can improve on.
How did this locker room stick together after the down times, after the 4-6 start and all the adversity that you guys battled early in the year?
I think guys are just invested in one another. Guys truly care about the other person's success. You don't find that very many places, especially in this business. And we just came to work, focused on improving 1% each and every day. And when times were the toughest, no one pointed fingers. Guys were just focused on sticking together, finding a solution, not saying we should be doing X or should be doing Y. Just focusing on how we could be better as individuals and ultimately better as a football team. And no one panicked, and everyone just focused on doing their job.
What's it like knowing that this won't be the same locker room next year? As much of a brotherhood as it is, and as much as you have many of the key pieces like yourself coming back, there are still going to be changes in the offseason.
I mean, hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully they'll allow me to stay here. But at the same time, that's the worst part about this league. The physical ailments kind of go away. The losses kind of subside. The pain of those subside. But not being able to be with your brothers every day is probably the toughest part. And this year, there's a good chance that a lot of my closest friends aren't going to be here next year. And that's just the reality of the business, and it's the toughest part of this league. Because even though you're going to stick together and be friends for life, you're just not able to be with them every day. And it's definitely the worst part about this business. But this playing in this city, meeting the guys in this locker room, has changed my life for so many reasons, and I'm forever grateful to have met all these guys. And but it's definitely tough not being able to, or knowing that this locker room will never be the same.
This is the first time, and certainly won't be the last time you're going to go through turnover in the locker room. What's the key to getting a locker room like this where everyone's so family oriented?
Yeah, I think the front office does a great job of identifying guys that have extremely high character. I mean, the guys in this locker room, you don't have a lot of selfish guys on this team. As an offensive perspective, you don't have a lot of me guys on this team. You just have guys that want to win. I mean, we've experienced winning in this city. We've experienced how much joy this city has when we win as a team, and that's the ultimate goal in Philly. That's how we're judged each and every season, based the wins and losses we produce, how far we go in the playoffs, and we just came up short this year.
Not to make you into a me guy, but of all the catches, is there one that sticks out to you?
No. No, the Super Bowl catch, the game winner last year, will be the only one that sticks out.
Are you going to play in the Pro Bowl?
Undecided. Got to see how the next week goes with my body recovering. It's been a tough year physically. A lot of stuff that's kind of not felt great for a long time. So just trying to make sure everything's right in the next week or so, and then make a decision from there.
Zach, I mean, talk about like turnover on a team happens pretty much every year. Do you kind of get the sense that it might be more so this year than in the past?
I mean, yeah, we just got a lot of guys. I feel like that their contracts are kind of coming to an end. A lot of players that have played a lot of football for us. A guy like Brandon Graham, who I've been his teammate for 6 years now. I love the guy to death. Jordan Hicks, one of my best friends. Foles, you never know what's going to happen with him. I mean, we just got a lot of talented players that are free agents, unfortunately, and that's the job of the front office to identify guys who they want to keep here. But the character of those guys are a big part of the reason why we've been successful, and they're going to be amazing players whether they're here or somewhere else. But I do hope they're here.
Zach, we saw Doug waiting outside the locker room yesterday for you guys to get in. I know you guys shared a hug there. What did that kind of just mean to you to see him, and what does he say to you in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I love playing for Doug. He's helped me through a lot of tough times off the field, and I'm forever indebted to him, forever grateful for having the opportunity to play for a coach like him. And he was just reminding everyone, that the loss hurts. It's going to hurt for a while, but at the same time, we should be proud of how we fought as a team this year. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, 2 months ago, 8 weeks, almost to the day, probably, that we were embarrassed there. And to come back and have every opportunity to go down there against a team in a place where not many teams go down and win, to have every opportunity to go down there and win. He was just reminding us that he was proud of us as a team, and everyone loves playing for Doug. He's an amazing coach. He's an amazing person.
Hey, Zach, now that the season's over, are you willing to share what you played through?
No. Yeah, just physical health, playing football. Just things don't feel great all the time.
But it's fair to say you haven't been 100% throughout the.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think anyone's 100%, but they're definitely. It's been a while since I felt really good.
What about you personally? I mean, you're coming off like a record-breaking season for a tight end and everything like that. I mean, just like your season overall, and do you think you can get even better going into next year?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had a 9-7 season. I love Schwartzy saying that when we were going through some tough times, and I feel the same way. I mean, there are definitely things I could improve on. There's probably some inconsistencies at the line of scrimmage at time that I could improve on in terms of blocking. But just at the same time, I did have a good year individually in terms of stats, and I want to be consistently doing that. I mean, that's the goal. I'm never going to be satisfied with no matter how I play, whether I play the perfect game each and every week or have one bad play. I'm going to be thinking about it and trying to think about how I can improve. And that's my goal each and every year, to improve, identify my weaknesses, focus on those, and just trying to turn those weaknesses into strengths. And hopefully I'm able to play in this building for a long, long time and continually get better for a long, long time. And I never take playing here for granted. I mean, I love playing here. You never know when it could be the end. I've played with a lot of amazing players that haven't been able to finish their career in the same spot. So I'll never take playing here for granted, and I'm just trying to get better each and every year.
Zach, what do you attribute the improvement in the offense over the last 5-6 weeks of the season, going from averaging 22 points a game to then 28?
Yeah, I think guys just started executing better. It's not like the play calls were drastically different. Guys just started executing at a higher level. We were able to run the ball at stretches better, which definitely helps the offense be more balanced. But it all comes down to execution. Players making plays, that's what this league's all about. You could have the greatest scheme in the world, but if you don't have good players, it's not going to work. And we got a lot of talent on this offense, and guys just started playing up to their potential.
One of the things that you highlighted was Brent Selleck when you broke the record, and he was a mentor to you. What was your first year like being a mentor to a guy like Dallas Goedert?
Yeah, Dallas, we are going to be together hopefully for a long time, and we're going to be good for one another. He's a really talented player. His growth this year has been substantial. From game one to this past week, his improvement has been off the charts. He's going to be a really good player in this league for a long time, and I think we'll be able to be successful with the two of us for a long time. And we got a really good tight end room. I told the guys today, I truly believe we got 4 or 5 starters in that tight end room, and it's a talented room, probably one of the most talented rooms I've been in from top to bottom. And I think Dallas is going to be a great player.
You had a busy offseason last summer.
Yeah.
What are the plans this spring, this summer?
Yeah, I'm going to take some time off now, but my wife's got a big year coming up, so I'm going to try and be a supportive husband, follow her around a little bit, probably try and make as many games as I can of hers. She's got the World Cup in June coming up, if she makes the team, God willing, hopefully.
Your chances are pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully. she gives me a hard time if I ever assume that she's going to be on the team. So I make sure I say that. But I'm going to try and follow her around, see as much soccer games as I can. And I'll probably go back to Stanford and train. Once it's time to go, it's time to go. In terms of training, I'm really looking forward to get back there and training again, training hard with the guys back there. We got a really good plan each and every time I go back there. I'm looking forward to get back here in April with the guys. I mean, we got to start in April. Whenever the guys start training, whether it be the middle of February, the end of February, we got to attack this offseason. It's a big one for us. Last year was tough with the short offseason. A bunch of guys had a lot of things going on, but we got to start stacking the bricks early this offseason. Got to be fully invested from top to bottom, and knowing this team, guys are going to be excited to come back and work.
With being an underdog, but you've been an underdog really since day one for you. You can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, nothing ever's been just easily singly handed to me. I've never been fed with a silver spoon. Everything that I've earned and have now just come from me just working, man, grinding, putting my head down and strapping for it, you know. So that's why I like, you know, the name Strap, and you know what I'm saying, it go a long way, because that's what I'm all about. Like, I'm strapped every single down, everything, no matter what in life, period. I was just taught to strap for it. That's what my dad taught me.
2 playoff games in the books. You already have Drew Brees in your personal book. What's that like?
Oh, man, you know, Drew, man, he's a great player, phenomenal player. He's going to go down as a Hall of Famer. So, you know, that's really a blessing to, you know, pick off Drew Brees. You know, everybody can't say they picked off Drew Brees. So I'm getting the ball painted, matter of fact, right now. So that's good.
Well, take us through that play.
I kind of like seen Ted again in the slot. I knew that this was his week, like back and things like that. And I seen Sean Payton like analyzing me during pregame, and I kind of had a feeling like, you know, all this hoorah about who's 34, who's Cre'Von, and things like that. And you know, Coach Sean Payton, he's very competitive. He's gonna see if you really, you know what I'm saying, on your A game. So with Ted getting in the slot, and you know, being in man on that play, for me, with the safety away, you know, Drew gonna find those one-on-one matchups, and it was Ted getting down the sideline. I guess they wanted to see if I can run. You know, I was step for step with him. You know, ball in there, I went up and grabbed that thing. For sure.
All right, so you've proven that you could be a starter in this league. What's next for Cre'Von LeBlanc?
Oh, man, just to double back, come back stronger, bigger, faster, quicker, and keep getting better and improve. There's always room for improvement. It's no time to get comfortable or get complacent. So I'm definitely going to work hard, definitely going to put my best foot forward again next year, and hopefully we're going to get back on this run.
Another moment I love from the game, from your performance yesterday, more so than the interception, was the fact that Mark Ingram looked like he was going for a touchdown, and you made a big hustle play to stop before he got in. Can you just show that what type of player that shows that you are, that no matter what the situation is, that you're going to go out there and try to make sure that you're giving it your all?
Oh, man, for sure. We ain't laying down. I mean, we knew we was underdogs, and, you know, I mean, Mark Ingram, he's good back. Alvin, he's good back. And, you know, those guys going to make some plays. We're going to make some plays. They're going to throw some blows. We threw some blows. And, you know, that was a good run by Mark. And once I seen him broke, in my mind, I was just trying to get another set of downs for the defense. And, you know what I'm saying, hopefully 3 and out. And as you've seen, they missed the field goal. So that was a big part in that, too. So.
How much did this season do for your confidence, how well you performed, especially down the stretch?
I always had confidence, man. I always believed in myself, even with my back against the wall. You know, I've been dealing with that since, you know what I'm saying, I was a kid. So definitely me coming in here and getting things on the road with the guys, Jinx in the back end. You know, Jinx the general, he played a big part in that. Coach Corey played a big part in that. All the DBs, all the veteran guys, you know what I'm saying, who kept us, you know what I'm saying, at ease and composed, played a big part in that. And as we kept winning and winning and winning, everything was just happening so easy and so fast that it became a norm.
Cre'Von, you were saying Payton sizing you up during pre-games? What was he doing? What gave you that impression?
No, just analyzing me, see how I move, you know, seeing who am I, you know, because, you know, a lot of people before that game probably didn't ever know who Cre'Von LeBlanc was. But, I mean, you know, it's my job to go out there to show them and let them know who I am.
What's your lasting memory of the season and all that you've been through, especially the last couple months?
Oh, man, I would say just looking in the guys' eyes in this locker room when I'm back against the wall, fighting adversity. You know, since the LA game, you know, we knew that if we would have lost that game, our season would have been over. So just knowing that we was already in playoff mindsets from that game going forward, and to do what we did, man, when everybody counted us out or felt like we was still in games, and, you know, our faith never wavered. We believe in each other, and it's a brotherhood here. So just being, you know what I'm saying, around the guys the night before, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday, and everybody, like, telling their stories or things like that, those are real surreal, special moments for us that I remember the most.
There's that video, Doug Peterson was waiting at the locker room for you guys to come in. It looked like he kind of grabbed you for an extra second. What did he say to you there after the game when you walked into the locker room?
Just keep your head high, you know what I'm saying? Like he told us all, you know, we're going to hold our head high, you know. I mean, it didn't turn out how we wanted to, but there's no room to hang our heads. You know, we gave it our best shot, and we're going to come back harder and stronger next year.
Not to bring up something negative, Eagles, though, your fourth team, I believe, since 2016. What worked here? Why did it work?
I would just say, man, just giving a true opportunity. You know, being this my fourth team, I've been doing this for a while, like just strapping for it, doing what I do. Like I don't see myself as like a practice squad guy or anything like that. Like I just work, and, you know, whenever my name is called, I just can't control what I can control. So when I got the opportunity and they let me rock, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was relieved because I knew, you know, that my play would show up big, and, you know, I know what type of player I am, and I know what I can do on the field. It was just me getting my point across to show, you know, not only just myself and the Eagles, but the world, like, what I can do.
If this was a true opportunity for you, what was different here in Philadelphia than at those other stops?
I guess just believing in me, allowing me to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, trust that I get the job done. I know that I came in and things wasn't going as planned or looking as bright, you know, a lot of injuries here and there. But I just wanted to, you know, put my best foot forward and do what I can do to help this team win.
How soon after you got here did you realize that you were getting, you know, that opportunity, and that you could tell that they trusted you and were willing to put you out there?
Just kind of as the weeks went on, you know, making plays after plays after plays. You know, every play that came to me, I answered the bell, and just to see, you know, the comments that Coach Jim said about me and things like that, that meant a lot. But, you know, I didn't want to harp on that too long. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to continue to keep working and do all I can for the team.
Like many other guys in the secondary, you're young. Anybody here take you under their wing?
I mean, like, you know, I'm going into this thing fourth year now, so I would say, you know, Coach Core, he played a major role. Jink played a major role. All the guys in the back end actually played a major role, just catching me up to speed, helping me learn on the fly, things like that. And just as the weeks went on, just being around those guys, practicing week in and week out, you know, it started to become like less communication, being that we was out there with each other. So like it was already like I know how to play on Vontae's side, or I know how to play on Sewell's side, or things. It was just simple things like that, and it was all gelling together.
Heading into this offseason, you've had the experience. What do you think you need to improve on from a playing standpoint?
Playing standpoint, first, everything just comes down to my body, getting my body right, and everything else after that should take care of itself. That's all that I have to focus on.
They drafted you in the second round. I mean, your future's as an outside cornerback. I mean, is that obviously where you think you're going to end up, and that's where you want?
Of course.
Yeah.
How eager are you to get healthy, stay healthy, and to show people that you can live up to these expectations?
Number one focus this offseason, getting right, showing everybody, what I can do. Faced with adversity, it is what it is. It's about how you move forward from now. So that's the task at hand.
How much do you think you've learned this year, both from moving the position, playing the nickel a little bit, and from managing your body, understanding where you need to be to play?
It's a whole bunch of lessons that came from this year. Obviously, lessons that, or times in my life, in this team's life, have been a little bit tougher, but still you can grow from. Playing nickel, had experience there, game versatility. That's a big part of my career. I would think never played nickel before, and played it, and I was doing pretty well at it. And obviously with my injury situation, it's tough. It is what it is, but it's not going to define me. It's not going to be who I am. I'm not going to let it stop me. So just moving forward, taking everything that happened, just keep it in the back burner, knowing what I've been through, knowing how rough it was, and just moving forward and having that fire and that passion to come back and be the best version of me.
Are they going to reevaluate what playing weight you play? Like you played the 180 this year.
Like 181.
181. Okay. Do they like you at that? Did they talk to you anything about that? Whether that's something they're going to want to more or less? I don't know.
More so getting stronger than playing weight. Obviously, one of my goals is to get stronger, and that should come with putting on the weight too. And I'll probably put the weight on. I would like to, but it's with my body, just learning it over the past years and stuff. They've told me they rather me be lighter and move than the opposite, vice versa. Because I've never been like a super heavy guy. I've always played. Even in college, I was skinny, but I still, handle my business. So they rather me be, comfortable in what I can do.